He wouldn't say go Bills.
No. Jerk. So, I pulled out something out of the Wayback Machine we're going to start the show off with, and I don't think it's copyrighted. It's more of a promotional thing, so we should be okay.
Okay.
You're going to freak out when you see it. Hey, everybody. There's Amy. Hi, Amy. How are ya? We're about to go live on our show. We're doing a football edition of Insurance Questions Podcast. You're more than welcome to come on the screen with us. Don, you got to get on the screen too, buddy. We got to get you 250 followers so we can see your face on.
Okay. So let me try to get on there.
Donnie's getting fans all over the place. Ike's your fan. He said he's going to. Did you hear what he said today? I want to take over and get rid of that Donnie Lowe.
Is that what he said?
Or Merry Christmas. Either way, either or. I wasn't really sure what he was saying. Are you in? Are you in yet, Don?
No. I'm sending you something.
Okay. Yeah. Have you sent me anything today? I don't remember.
Not too much.
Just the Neil Peart thing I remember you sending me, which thank you very much. That was awesome.
It wasn't that incredible? Oh, I do have one other thing to say.
So Don, I've been still watching the SNL, the 50 years of SNL on Peacock.
Yeah.
And they had a whole thing on, I need more cowbell.
I need what?
Cowbell. That's what we need is more cowbell, Donnie Lowe.
I should be in now.
Is it Jeremy and GR? Is that the one you sent me?
Yeah, he reposted something that somebody else did.
The Ryan Talbot one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
did you see that?
Yeah, I never saw it, but we're going to have to do that. I remember that, though. Oh, my God, that's so funny. You know what's really super funny? Remember I told you I went to Hugo, Oklahoma last Monday?
Yeah.
Do you know both Marlboro Man were from Hugo, Oklahoma?
Really?
Hi to all my TikTok friends. We're about to go live on Insurance Question Podcast 190. We're doing a special edition. We're doing a football edition for this week's game. So we're going to have a special guest come on. She's going to tell us why she became fans of the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Redskins / Commanders, whatever you want to call them. So if it seems like I'm ignoring people on the TikTok Live, it's because I'm actually taping the show. So I'm sorry if I'm slighting anybody, but we're looking forward to it.
Are you eating Tic Tacs? You said on TikTok Live.
I'm on TikTok. Oh, TikTok. TikTok Live. TikTok. TikTok. Whatever.
Whatever.
Did you see what shirt I got on today, Donnie?
I can only see
Buffalo Mafia, baby.
Mafia? I've got my Buffalo Bills.
I've seen that one. I really like that one that you have on, yeah.
Yeah, my wife bought it for me.
Why you gotta be so cruel, Donnie? So a bunch of people are coming in the room.
To be kind.
I know, right? You gotta be cruel to be kind in the right measure. Oh, that's a good one too, Don. 12 games, 0 turnovers. I'll make sure I pull it up too.
Yeah. I don't want to jinx them though, you know?
Oh, and Sharon is on her way. She just texted our guest. So let me see if I can find that one that you just sent. Can you send that again, Don? Or did you send it on? Is that on, whatchamacallit? Oh, you don't use Facebook Messenger a lot. Because I still don't see the one you just sent me. I saw it on my phone, but not on this. Can you send that again? That last one about the 12... was it quarters or games without a turnover?
Games without turnover.
Yeah, send that again.
Text. It's on your text.
It didn't come up.
Oh, really?
Just the Jeremy one came up so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna refresh my connection on that. Maybe that's the problem. But yeah, I see nothing down.
I'll send it again.
That's so weird. I hate it when that happens. Like I love the technology that everything pops up. Yeah, once again, Don, it's on the phone. All right, it's finally coming up, Don. It came up twice,
Okay,
actually.
cool.
Yes. But here's the thing, Don. It's saying view this content on your mobile device, so I can't share it with all our friends. So,
Oh, really?
I really everybody seemed to be enjoying the show yesterday. And I want to talk to you about something, Don, before we get started. So I went to my first agency meeting for TikTok, and I met a lot of super nice people, and I learned some things that I'm actually going to be able to post our TikTok lives. And
I mentioned that yesterday.
yeah,
That's
so
cool.
little by little, I'm going to put them all up. I guess they get rid of everything in 30 days. So we have a small window to get everything done. But I came up with a title, and I don't know if this is going to ring true to you, if you're gonna know what I'm talking about. So it's TikTok tapes. That's what I think of calling it. But instead of saying that, I was going to say 3T's Ranch. Kind of like the 4-6's Ranch in the whole Taylor Sheridan world. I just thought it'd be fun to say Triple T's as our show when I repost the TikTok lives. Like I said, we're gonna try it, see if anybody likes it. You know, I got so many of those gift things yesterday. I still don't know what to do with them, but I did. So that was kind of cool.
You got a lot of gifts, so.
I really don't want to start until Sharon comes in the room. So she said she's on her way, because I know she's going to be on the show in between her meetings, because she's been getting really busy. She actually is a realtor in the Dallas Metroplex. And you know what's crazy, Don?
She's a realtor,
Yeah.
not a realtor.
Yeah, Keller Williams. I'll give her a cheap plug when she comes on. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, and we're excited about Monday. Hopefully, our Victory Monday, we'll talk a little bit about the Bills. But then we have a guest on Monday, Scott Burt from Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame in Belfast, New York. And he's always full of a lot of good stuff. So I hope so anyways. So, excuse me. I'll be right back. My allergies have been killing me today. I just want to get a tissue, and I didn't want to wipe my nose on camera.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
You don't want fans for Eddie wiping his nose. You know? So, Mary Rose is on. MLA Gamma. I like that name. I really do. I Love Jesus. That was on there. Kathy Jada. Oh, here comes Sharon. There she is. What a pretty picture, Sharon. Very nice.
Always to get here. And I totally forgot today to wear my Bills.
That's okay, Sharon. Your hair looks great.
Hello.
Oh,
Does.
hello.
No, I was talking to Donnie, not you, Sharon. So I'm gonna start things rolling, and we're also gonna give you a cheap plug when we're on air, so you can talk a little bit about yourself, Sharon. Okay?
Okay.
How was dinner last night? The dinner I wasn't invited to.
It was so good.
Bunch
good.
of losers.
I don't know. It was so good.
Where'd you go for dinner?
Rick's Chop House.
Rick's Chop House.
That's where we took Jane for her graduation party, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It
So-
was delicious. I'll say the best food I've ever had.
I don't know about that. I've eaten better places, but it is pretty good.
Well, I'm sure maybe you have, but my meal was freaking fabulous. It was,
Okay, let me.
it was the filet with,
This is not a cooking show with Sharon. She's just telling what she ate last night so she can rub it in my face that I didn't get invited.
with a crab, like, it wasn't just crab by itself, but it was kind of like a,
We
crab.
eating dinner with a bunch of crabs too? That's what I'm thinking.
and then I got 3 jumbo shrimp that had been grilled, and then green beans, and normally it comes with like mashed potatoes, but I
That's awesome.
thought they're
All right, you're done. You're done talking about food. We got to talk about football because I'm about to go live. I don't want to be hungry
I
on
have
the
a
show.
photo if you want to see it.
I don't want to be on a No. So we're gonna scream right now, guys. Are you ready? Here we go, TikTok friends.
Stream?
Yes.
Stream.
Oh, He said,
That's
scream out,
sweet.
let's go, Buffalo!
Not yet. Relax.
Let's rock and roll, baby.
You guys are using all your stuff that I'd like you to, usually talk about on the thing, but now you gotta be different. Thank you. P number 190, Don.
It's show 190?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you guys do too many shows.
No such thing as too much content.
I know.
All right, here we go. Get ready, I'm kind of loud. TikTok friends.
We all know your content you get more, followers or feed when I'm on.
Good morning. Welcome to an exciting special edition of Insurance Questions Podcast, Football Edition. Holy cow, Don, 190. Well, how is it 190? We did that many shows already?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh. So all the comments of Eddie Buffalo, Donnie Lowe, and Sharon Raiders are purely for entertainment purposes. Don't say your stuff yet, Don, because I want to share everything to our friends. I went to the Wayback Machine this morning, and are we ready? Here we go, Don.
All right. I can't wait to see what you pulled up here.
Yes.
Oh, it's not. It's muted.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Let's go back to the beginning. Hang on. Hold on.
Buffalo's got a spirit, talking proud, talking proud.
What year, Don?
Can you hear it? Talking proud, the good life that we share with nice people who care. It's time to tell them all we're up and standing tall.
Oh, this is old. You can see on top. Can you see the date, Don?
They look like Daniel Remember.
So that was a huge promotional thing back in Buffalo. Okay, lady, we heard you once. That's enough. You got to go. Oh, my Lord. So once again, all the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo, Sharon Raiders, Donnie Lowe, purely for entertainment purposes. Say your stuff, Don, and I'm gonna share to all our friends in the world.
All right, well, you're working your magic. Thanks for joining us, everyone, today. And go to the YouTube channel so you can catch that beautiful video from...
1980, Don.
Yeah, I'm going to say early 80s at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo.
I mean, that's the first time that I remember, when they won the AFC East so early. It was like a little bit after Thanksgiving that they won it back in 1980.
Oh, yes.
Remember Fred Smirlis and Jimmy Haslett?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we're going to
They
the
were tough
Wayback
players,
Machine.
boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Smirlis is a character, too. But in any event, go to our YouTube channel, EBI Pods, Insurance Questions Podcast, and like and share there. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we're on 43 different podcast depositories. So like and share, hit the fan mail button, send us questions, insurance questions, or just general questions. We'll be happy to try to answer them for you. And give us some ideas on topics that you'd like to see coming up in the near future. Also, as said, he's on TikTok Live right now, but he slipped. He said he was going to go to TikTok.
Oh, I'm not perfect like Donnie Lowe. Sorry, Don.
Donnie Lowe is not perfect, and he admits that. So
Donnie lowest to the low.
So correspond with Eddie that way via TikTok, because he really does love TikTok. And he did a couple funny ones this morning from the gym. And
our No Ike Zone and our Jimmy Hates the Buffalo Bills one, pretty much.
Yeah, but you couldn't get Jimmy to say
No,
go Bills,
he wouldn't.
But he does want them to beat the Chiefs, so that's a great thing.
I think that's a lot of people in the country want anybody but the Chiefs at this point, which, it's kind of sour grapes. I mean, they were like that when the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls, when the Patriots were in their heyday. I get it, but yeah. So what are you doing here, Sharon? I'm not buying anything.
Because I am a Buffalo fan.
Well, first of all, let's give you a cheap plug, Sharon. Who are you and what do you do?
So, Sharon Raiders with the Vaughn team and Keller Williams.
You gotta say it right.
We're in-
Sharon Raiders.
No, that's just the way you say it. And when you say it, I always think of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes.
And guess what? So, I don't want to hear that.
They just hired a new coach this morning. Sharon, I don't know if you saw that or not.
What?
Did they?
Yeah. Pete Carroll, the old Seahawks coach.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's who they went with. So, okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So tell us what you do for a living, Sharon. Now, are you still stripping or did you do a different thing now?
I've never stripped.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So-
Exotic dancing. That's what Donnie used to do.
I'm a real estate agent in the DFW area. I do commercial real estate as well as residential real estate.
Now, Sharon and I met in one of our networking groups, and I was really taken aback that she was a Buffalo Bills fan and not knowing she was also a Redskin / Commander fan. Tell us that story for the folks out there, Sharon. Why are you fans of both teams?
Okay, so the reason I'm a fan of both teams is because the last time they were in the Super Bowl against each other was in 1991. And at that time, I was in the hospital due to a skiing accident where I had a brain injury. Maybe the brain injury is why I became a fan of both teams. No, I don't know. But I was making bets with all my family, and I ended up winning. Washington won. Unfortunately, I guess, or fortunately, because I decided after that I was going to be, and those were my NFC and AFC teams, and I've been, following both teams ever since.
That's a great story.
And I really hope that we have a repeat this year. I'm going for it.
That's an old grid that I pulled up. Sorry, folks. Let me see if I can find a better one.
And I just sent you something. It's the weather forecast it's a map.
Oh, cool. Did you just send it right this second, Don?
Yeah, so you'll have to take a quick look at that and just read it.
Let me pull that up for everybody.
Yeah, that isn't old.
Yeah, I'm really upset that I can't find a updated grid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
that's all right.
you're on X a lot, Don. You like using X?
I get a lot of information there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much of it is valid information, but there's some pretty cool stuff on
Oh my
there.
gosh, Don, that's funny. So tell us all about the map that you had to share.
So somebody said, this is a weather map from the other day, and somebody said, anyone else see what I see? The Bills logo headed straight to New Orleans.
Oh my
There
lord.
it is.
What is wrong with people? That's pretty
I
funny,
don't know.
Don.
That is what's going to happen. I think it's totally true. Especially with all the news or all the social media where they're really like bashing how Kansas City's game was, rigged by the referees and everything. I think they're really going to behave themselves, the referees, to make sure that they don't, get bashed again. And plus, we kicked their ass during the season.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why you so zesty, bro?
There's the word again.
Well, that's a new thing I stole from one of my TikTok friends. Why you so zesty, bro? I'm like, I don't know what that means. So there's I also pulled up an updated graphic for everybody to see there.
Yes. So you've got that Washington against the Eagles
Mm-hmm.
and Buffalo against Kansas City. I think both my teams are going to the Super Bowl.
So Sharon, tell us a little bit about the Buffalo Bills group. I mean, number one, a lot of people don't realize there's 3 Buffalo Bills backers group in the Dallas Metroplex. And what's the one that we like going to in Frisco, Sharon?
The 121 Buffalo's Mafia.
Mike Moncton and his wife have done a wonderful job getting everybody together. The only group that I haven't gone to is the one at Buffalo Brothers in Fort Worth because I'm lazy and I don't want to drive that far. I'm too lazy to go to Frisco, let alone there. And the big one is on the Beltway. That's the Dallas Fort Worth Buffalo Bills backers. And Sharon, have you ever gone to that one? They get about 300 to 400 people every game. It's amazing.
Oh, wow. It's got to be big enough to hold that much. I haven't. I thought about it one time. Or actually, you and I discussed going down there.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And what's really cool for expatriates from Buffalo, everybody's a snob about their hot dogs and their wings. So at both of the bars that I've been at, you can get Genesee Cream Ale, Sailing hot dogs, and the wings are And then it's funny, Don, I'll see them try to sell us Buffalo pizza. I'm like, this isn't Buffalo pizza. You know, everybody thinks the pizza they grew up with is the best pizza ever. So
That's true. That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah. But the 121, I mean, you haven't been there lately, Eddie, and it's starting to get packed.
See, that's nice to hear.
There's a lot more people coming out, and this week, I believe, and I can't remember exactly, but I think he said the first 100 people in get, I don't know, I want to say a free drink, but they get something. Maybe, I think it's a free drink, but yeah, the first 100 people. So, you know, we're expecting more than 100 people to be there.
Now, you're not going to bring your adopted son, are you? He's got to be adopted because he likes the Denver Broncos.
He won't.
Loser!
Because I'm actually going to one place to watch Washington versus Eagles.
Oh, you're going to go early?
One of my close friends is an Eagles fan.
Oh boy.
Her and I get to have a nice little war against each other. And then I'll be heading over to our game.
So I want to take a little break here for a second, and I want to talk about the Commanders and the Eagles. Do you call them the Commanders, Sharon, or do you call them the Redskins?
They're the Redskins for life.
So I know we're going to talk a lot about the Buffalo Bills game. So I want a prediction. Who is going to win the game, and what's the score going to be? Sharon, I'll put you on the spot first.
For our game?
No, for the Redskins and Eagles game.
I think it's going to be a close game. So I'm going to say Washington. I'm going to pick some weird ass numbers.
People with football polls, they like weird ass numbers, so that's good. Hi, TikTok friends. I haven't forgotten about you. We're just still taping our show.
I'm going to say 35 and Eagles 31.
31. Okay. Donnie, who are you picking in that game?
I don't even know if that's compatible numbers.
Fives are always crazy when I see fives. That's the last digit in the football pool. So who knows, Sharon?
You know, I think Washington is ripe to upset the Eagles, I think.
That kid's been having a phenomenal year. I mean, this is the first rookie to ever get 2 300-yard games in a row in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know that Washington Buffalo rematch in the Super Bowl, but I'll go with Washington. I think it's going to be like a 28-24.
28-24. Okay.
Yeah.
And any Buffalo? I'm picking Washington just because that kid's got the hot hand right now, and there's another reason I want him in it also.
Could it be that the mayor of Philadelphia doesn't even know how to spell Eagles when she's trying to lead a rally.
Well, I've told you stories about my visits to Philadelphia, and their fans are nasty.
Yes, they are.
And the only place that, their fans threw batteries at Santa Claus one year. It's like,
I know.
no. I'm going to go with Sharon's number 35. Washington, 35-14.
Ooh.
I think they're going to just really rise to the occasion and win. So, my TikTok friends, if you want to say what your predictions are for the Washington and Philly game, I would love to hear that too. And there's a reason I want our Buffalo Bills to face the Washington Redskins. Because the stats they've had this year, every time we have faced a rookie quarterback, we have been sacking them 4 to 5 times in every game. And I don't know, because you probably listen to Buffalo radio more than I do, Don. What are they saying about Micah Hyde? Is he going to be dressing for the game? Do you know?
Don't know yet. He was practicing, but don't know.
I think that's super exciting. I really truly do. I hope he actually plays.
Yeah, I know. That would be great if he could. The only one that has not been practicing is Rapp.
Yeah. Is it bicep or head?
I think it's a bicep.
Because when he got hurt first in the game, I thought it was his bicep, the way he was holding his arm.
Yeah. No, he might be on concussion protocol. I forgot.
I hope not.
I'd have to look it up.
Thank you once again. My TikTok friends are still coming on strong. Hit that heart thing, whatever that's for, because I need some hearts, I guess, because my heart's in Buffalo, even though I'm a Texan. I want to kind of pull up one of your graphics that you sent, Don. I wish I could got the other one, but I wasn't able to pull that one up. But why don't you talk about this, Don?
Okay. So, if anybody's ever a fan of the X-Files way back when, and the Bills were going to 4 straight Super Bowls, and the character would say, I don't know if you can play that link or not. There's a link to it, to the clip.
Now, I've been having trouble with everything you've sent me so far today, Don. I'm sorry.
So, in essence, he said that there's no way he basically put a curse on the Bills. There's no way they will never win a Super Bowl. I will make sure of that. Well, as of a couple days ago, he came out and said, I am today officially removing my curse on the Buffalo Bills. If they are able to defeat Kansas City, I will permit them to go on and win the Super Bowl. Go Bills!
So you know what they're referring to there, Don, with the cigarette smoking man? It's not the Marlboro Man, like we were talking about earlier.
No, I know.
So that was from X-Files.
X-Files.
Yeah. In one of the episodes, he's like, yeah, as long as I'm alive, the Bills will never win a Super Bowl. So that's right.
I think we're, hopefully the forces are aligning properly, and we'll see.
I hope so. Sharon, when we were younger, they had a big Marlboro sign in the stadium, and I was in Hugo, Oklahoma last Monday, and a little trivia, do you know both Marlboro men came from Hugo, Oklahoma?
No, I didn't know that.
Isn't that crazy?
I pay attention to where models for cigarettes come from.
No, I hate cigarettes. Cigarettes are gross. They're gross. So before we make our picks, let's see what they're saying about the odds on the game. Hope you guys can read all this. Let's take a look. That's a pretty good graphic. I like that.
Yeah.
Bills 13-4, Kansas City Chiefs 15-2. Like we were talking, the last game of the year, nobody played really for the Kansas City Chiefs, so that you can't really count that game. It's weird.
Yeah.
Definitely
Bills.
the only one to do it, yeah. So overall series, Bills lead 30 wins to 25 loss and a tie. I don't remember that. Do you remember that, Don?
No.
So the AFC Championship odds, Bills plus 1.5. So I like looking at this stuff, but I don't really go by. I mean, and with us being from Buffalo, I know we do bet with our hearts. But I'm in Texas. I can't do FanDuel anymore. You don't even have it here, you know? So that's kind of a bummer. But
I'm surprised.
yeah. Because it's funny because I'll be on Facebook and like a lot of my friends will be posting, hey, you want a football square? I'm like, how the heck am I going to get the money? You know, Venmo, yeah. I used to do that. But yeah, I'm not really big on that. So, all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Sharon, ladies first. Who will win the AFC Championship game?
All right, told you that. It's the Bills.
And what's your score?
They're winning. 30-17.
30-17, wow.
Wow.
Donnie, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go with the Bills. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than that. But I think it's going to be by 4 points, maybe. I'm going to go 31-28.
31-28.
And actually, that's the same one I believe I picked before.
Yeah, I so wanna pick the Chiefs just to be different than you guys.
No, you don't.
But I'm not gonna aggravate everybody, so I'm gonna do something even crazier. Eddie Buffalo is picking the Buffalo Bills, obviously. Obvi. And the score is gonna be 55-2. Wouldn't that be flippin' awesome?
Well, yes, it would be.
I mean, Sharon, you're not a Swiftie, are you? Are you like Taylor Swift? Oh, I love Taylor Swift and Kelsey.
No. I'm not even a Taylor Swift fan.
Because you don't hear nothing about that this year. They must be on the outs. I don't know. I don't follow that crap anymore.
No, they've been having her on. They've been showing her.
Now, I was watching a really interesting thing yesterday about the MVP for this year.
Oh, yeah, that's what's going to be great. Rookie, if it goes my way, it's going to be Rookie of the Year versus MVP of the Year.
Well,
That's going to be the coolest thing.
that's the thing. What I was really aggravated about was the comeback player. And the comeback player that they were talking about in the group was Lamar. Damar Hamlin. I'm sorry, I just heard his name. You know,
yeah.
and I thought that was crazy that he wouldn't be picked. But I mean, look at this. God, the current.
Well, they didn't
odds.
announce it yet. He's one of the he's on the list.
Yeah, it's like kind of him and Josh Allen are like head to head.
But what stinks, they're not basing it on what they did. They're basing it on like comeback. I mean, a comeback could be anything from an injury, from being with a crappy team. That's what they're basing that on. And all the votes are in already. So they don't even count the playoffs for the MVP or any of the awards, which I think is kind of crappy. And it's guys and girls sitting around just like we are, you know, kibitzing back and forth about what it is, you know. I'll tell you, what happened to C.J. Stroud in the playoffs? I think that kid's going to have a great career, you know.
Yeah, I do too. I
mean, look at some of the names up there. Number 1, Josh Allen, Lamar, Jared Goff. That's who they're saying might win the Comeback Player of the Year award.
Comeback or no?
Yes.
MVP.
No, they're talking about him for the comeback award too.
Oh, really?
Same thing with Sam Darnold. So it's kind of a mixed bag. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's fair. I mean, look at how much DeMar came back from. I mean, he died on the field, for crying out loud. They brought him back. And, you know, it's funny. Last year, my opinion, I only remember all the comments and statements.
You gave your opinion to me all last year, like, oh, he's crap. oh,
Right.
he's really not good, blah, blah. He was, and to me, I kept telling you, like, he's emotionally trying to get back, you know.
I
from
get
what
that.
happened to him.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just a publicity
Emotionally trying
thing.
to get-
I just thought it was a
Look at how
publicity
good he's
thing.
done this year.
Because, I mean, how you gonna, after what happened to the kid, were you really gonna cut him? I mean, that would have been a horrible PR nightmare for the Buffalo Bills and the whole Western New
Well, it
York
would
area.
have destroyed the locker room, too.
But this year, he was good.
Yeah.
He had, how many
He is on the
interceptions did he have?
list as comeback player of the year.
How many interceptions did he have, Sharon? Do you know? I know he had the one in the
I'm
in
not
the
a numbers
playoffs.
person. I don't keep track of numbers, but he did great. And
I think he had 2 or 3. 3.
I mean, it's really awesome that he was able to come back like that.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I think last year it was just that emotion, the brain, you know, of just having to get over what had happened to you. And I'm sure he went through a lot of therapy to just get over that fear of something happening to you again. And because anytime they tried to get him on the field and start playing, they had to take him out. So it was like he just wasn't ready to get back to how he was the year before.
You know,
Good observation. Yeah.
Joe Burrows is also up for the comeback player of the year. And I actually think that that's a good story too, because I tore my ACL when I was in my 30s and I wasn't a football player, and I didn't feel right for like 2.5 years after that surgery, you know?
Oh, wow.
Because you shouldn't really have a fear that it's going to happen again, because they fixed you, you're good. You just got to get used to the new normal. And I think that was a big thing him with his injury. I mean, because he had a wrist injury, didn't he, Don?
I think he did. Now that you mentioned it, I had forgotten about that, but you're right.
I mean, like I said, you're not going to hurt it again, but you do have to get used to the new normal.
It's typically, something in between the ears. It's a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
But so did Josh. He had hurt his hand
Yeah.
at the end of last year, but he kept playing. Like, he was determined to keep playing, and he just waited it out until, as much as he could. He just kept playing and took it as far as he could, with that injury.
I mean,
Well, even this year.
yeah, what did he do? Fracture his hand in the first game, and he's been playing with a fractured hand the whole year.
I know.
Holy crap! Now if that isn't a story, I don't know what is. And during this last game, I mean, that the temperature was frigid. The field had to be like a rock. That football had to be like a rock. And if you looked at the poor guy's throwing hand, he was just brush burned and just destroyed, because and here's my we're talking about prediction, that thing. If the Bills are lucky enough to get to the Super Bowl and in fact win it, I mean, NFL is a copycat league. I can see them drafting kids that are like Josh Allen, that is built like a linebacker and he just happens to play football.
It happens to be a quarterback or whatever.
Exactly.
Or control the ball.
They're
That's
going to want to keep drafting quarterbacks that are also runners, because that's how Josh.
Oh my God, yeah,
and
Lamar.
They are runners. And even Hurts. They're those guys that they're not just passers.
And how aggravating, you almost got the guy in the pocket and he runs away from you and you can't catch that son of a gun. That's got to be so aggravating as a defender as you're playing against these guys. You know what I mean?
Well, same with Mahomes too. He's
Who?
back there.
Little Patty Mahomes. Little Patty. That's what we're going to call him. Oh, I'm starting to sound like Trump. Little Patty. He'd be much better if he took his junk out of his wife's purse and his mom's purse.
He's a runner. Yeah, I think every one of these quarterbacks that are in these final playoffs are all runners.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
are
true.
not just passers. And so that's going to be seen, and that's what they're going to be looking for out of the college, players as they're doing the recruiting.
Definitely.
One of these quarterbacks can also run the ball, because anytime you can't find, your place to pass, you can just run it.
Yeah.
and they have to, who's not scared to just run it and take that control, and change the play.
Well, no matter what, Sunday should be 2 great games against 4 with the 4 teams that are left standing. And I want to thank you for joining us today, Sharon. I always like to get another person on the show, and especially with you being a Bills fan and a Washington fan, it was perfect that you were on this. So I do thank you for joining us. And
Yes, thanks, Sharon. It's good to see you.
I'm glad everybody joined us for our special edition, football edition of Insurance Questions Podcast. We're going to end our show just like we always do. If you like working with people that are just like you and have the same values, we're the people to see. www.ebiagency.com. You can reach me directly at eddybednarsinsurance@gmail.com. And what's our hotline, Don?
It is. Oh boy, I almost forgot it. 903-662-1564.
Very good.
903-662-1564.
Well, I want to thank everybody for watching and all my
I
TikTok
don't get
friends.
to give my spiel.
Yeah, do your spiel. Come on, you got a minute. Hurry up.
Yeah. You can go to the Bond Home Teams, BAUGHN, bondhometeams.com, and then click on the website. That's right on Google. And if you want to reach me direct, 469-545-3117.
And if you don't remember that, just hit up Eddie Buffalo on one of our 43 depositories. We'll make sure Sharon gets the information. So, once again, life's worth living. Be good to yourself. And what else, Don? What else, Sharon?
Stop fighting.
Keep up fighting. Get the YouTube people. Get the TikTok people. Get Sharon. No, I'm not going to get Sharon. She'll kick my butt.
I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover, so.
Hey, say hi to your adopted son, Romeo. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on the show. We'll take it easy. Bye.
Ciao, everybody.
Go Bills!
Go Bills.
Bills.
Sharon left quick.
A lot of times she doesn't know that we're ending up the show. So, thank you for joining us on TikTok. I'm sorry I didn't do a lot of interactive stuff with anybody, but I will be on later today. So hopefully I'll get to see everybody again. But thank you for coming on the TikTok Live for the behind the scenes of Insurance Questions Podcast number 190, the football edition. And everybody have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye.